Oops, I forgot to change my numbering. That's what happens when you do back-to-back recordings. Okay, you note that I'm still with Heather Townsend here. We'll get to this in a second. Where's the thing? Where's the game? There's the game. All right. She has this to say. Heather Townsend's personal story, remnants of the past. After finishing everything with Yeet, Heather Townsend was left with the problem. She had to come back to Dark Astoria hoping to make amends with her past. It haunted Heather all this time, knowing that she survived while others didn't. During the initial attack in Dark Astoria, Heather directed people to a warehouse in Astoria, believing that they could properly protect themselves from the Pantheon until help arrived. Heather's architectural knowledge of the city assured her that this was the best place to go. The warehouse was sturdy enough to survive an attack by the Pantheon and had only one entrance. Heather herself was unable to get to the warehouse as she was separated from the main group. She eventually made her way to the warehouse and watched in horror from the outside as the zombies and shamans of this Pantheon broke through. Heather ran, the screams of the civilians haunting her dreams to this day. We're going to go do that. Heather Townsend would always remember where that warehouse was. She knew if she moved fast enough that she could make it. After all, the Knights of Vengeance and Mott had bigger fish to fry in the form of Yitze, who was no doubt becoming a large thorn in their sides. Eesh. Yeah, we gotta go to her in order to do this. All that screaming. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I record my vids for City Furies like at the beginning of the week, so when I have a lot of energy, unlike the end of the week where I have none. Yeah, the warehouse is abandoned but clean of the slaughter that once happened here. Some villainous groups, or even survivors, must have used this place since the events of the past. Yeah, we get nothing. This is just walk around. And we are playing as Heather. Search for signs of the previous survivors in the front of the warehouse. The crate thinking, perhaps the spirit of the dead. They're opening the crate, expose some old supplies. Nothing there. Church side of the front of the warehouse, huh? Heather sighed to herself, wondering if there's any real redemption to be had here. She wanted to save these people, but all she did was send them to their deaths. Was it fair that she survived? Yes. You didn't know what would happen. If you're wondering, all your contacts have these personal stories. There's the back of the warehouse. Nothing here. The back of the warehouse was empty. This must have been the place where the survivors derezzed. But someone else seems to have come this way. Heather heard the sound of footsteps toward the front of the warehouse. Was there someone else here? Look for the source of the footsteps. So we're going back to the front. Oh. Hey, Ajax. Hey, you're Heather Townsend, right? The architect who survived Darkest Story. Name's Ajax. I'm here with an offer for you. How did you find me? Well, it was easy. I knew what you looked like and saw you running into this warehouse. The guy that I work for took care of some of the monsters that were trying to follow you. How else did you think that a civvy like you would have made it to a place like this? Anyway, you want to hear about the offer or not? What is it? Things are bad in Astoria. There's no doubt about that. The guy I work for, he wants your help in solving things. You know, the architecture here in Astoria, right? He believes that there's something beneath all of it. Some powerful runes that a guy named David Hazen put down. Hazen again, huh? The boss wants to ask you and me. Ask that you, me, and some other guy investigate these runes, and also information about David Hazen. He thinks that Yeatsay will be able to use the information to stop Mott in Dark Astoria. Heather Townsend paused a moment and thought over the proposal. She came to the warehouse looking for a way to somehow make peace with the ghosts of the past. They were all long gone. However, she realized that perhaps this is what she was meant to do. This is why she survived. Her knowledge of Astoria and its architecture was somehow very useful to this man Ajax, and whoever he works for. It was possible that, even without superpowers, she could help save Astoria and achieve some sort of atonement for her past. Okay, I'm in. Perfect. Stay in the ruins until time is right. I need to work on getting this other guy into Dark Astoria. Just as a warning, he's a real pain, but the boss seems to think that he's got potential to help us out, as long as there's some sort of incentive. I'll contact you again when the time is right. Okay. And I don't think I even have to turn it in. I think it's just done. Yep, she's no longer on my list. Oh, you do get a badge for doing the personal arcs? That was Architect Writer. You played through Heather Townsend's personal story, witnessing the events, then she joined the letter writers team. Alright. And with that, I will see you guys in the near future. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.